Joy here with Firehouse Education and this week's Ask Anissa video column. And this week I'm coming to you live from Palm Harbor, Florida. Just stepped out from the Preparing to Respond event that we're at here, which, by the way, awesome event. The venue's been incredible. The material and the speakers wonderful. If you get a chance to go next year to Preparing to Respond, you absolutely will need to go and check that out, preparingtorespond.com. On that note, I just got an email and it just really inspired me to want to do the Ask Anissa video right away while I'm here because the question was so great. I had a person who was actually not a contractor or in restoration email me and ask a question about referral compensation. And I wanted to share this with you guys because I think there's a valuable lesson for all of us here who are restoration contractors. So this gentleman referred someone to a restoration company that he's friends with the owner. They got a job out of the deal. It was around $100K, I think. And the gentleman sent him a $100 check as a referral payout, right? As a thank you, referral thank you. And then another loss happened a few months later, I think he said, and this job wound up being lots more, several $100,000 that it turned out to be revenue in this referral that came from this gentleman to this restoration contractor. Well, the gentleman emailed me because he relayed all of this and then told me he was not happy and was upset because this contractor, when he referred the second job to him, didn't give him anything for the referral. And he felt, cheated, unappreciated, if you will, that kind of thing. And he asked me, what is an appropriate amount that someone would potentially expect from a restoration contractor for a referral like that? So, several things here, guys. One big mistake, somebody refers 2 jobs to you, and you send them a referral on the first one, and you don't, or a referral check on the first one, and you don't send them anything on the second one. The guy would have done better to have never sent him a referral check at all if you're going to do it one time and not another, okay? So that was definitely the first thing. The other thing I want to talk to you about is what should we be doing, or what is kind of the criteria as a restoration contractor to pay out referrals? Well, we really don't have a criteria, right, per se. We don't have like a percentage or a dollar amount per $1,000 or a gift specific that we should send to someone really set up in our industry. But here's what I will tell you and what my thoughts and feelings are. Number one, you absolutely need to be sending some kind of acknowledgement when it comes to people sending you a referral. Listen, being 100% referral based is the best way to be in this industry, in really any service-based business, but it's not that hard to get there if you acknowledge people for sending you what is really found money, you guys. Without that referral, you would have never got that client, and it cost you nothing in time, energy, and money to get that client. So whatever you get out of a referral in the way of gross revenue, it is completely found money, okay? So bearing that in mind, what would it be worth to you if someone just walked up and handed you $5,000, $20,000, how about $100,000 in your hand, and you didn't have to do anything for it but perform your services? You didn't have to work to get that phone call coming in the door. It's not always about the money. It's really about the acknowledgement. So, one, I always, when someone refers someone to me, I always send a gift. I love to use a company like harryanddavid.com and send a gift of acknowledgement. Now, what's the cost of that gift or the size of that gift depends on how big the job is and how much gross revenue is going to come in from that job. The very first thing I do out the door is also send a thank you for the referral card, okay? And then sometimes I do send a monetary thank you to that person who sent a referral to me. It just kind of all depends on the size of the job, the circumstance, and how I feel that person is going to feel acknowledged and appreciated the most, all right? Sometimes I'll do the card, the gift, and a check. Sometimes I always do the card. Sometimes I don't do the gift, but I do a check. And how much? That's really up to you. So you can do a percentage of the job. You can set yourself a criteria, like for instance, let's say up to a $5,000 referral, I'm gonna send a $500 check or $250 check. Up to a $20,000 referral, then from $5,000 to $20,000, I'm gonna send an $800 check. Or, just set up whatever it is you feel comfortable with, set up a criteria. But remember, when you're coming up with the dollar amount and what you feel is appropriate and whether or not to send a nice gift with that check, which I would completely recommend, by the way, you wanna really think about the fact that, like I said before, that money is found money. And if that person sent one job to you, they more than likely will send more jobs in the future to you, okay? So definitely take care of your referral source. Another thing that I do is I also send out a referral importance letter that I've created that lets people know exactly how I feel about them referring people to my company and how appreciative that I am. So I hope that helped you, gave you some value. I know that question wasn't asked by you directly, but I just thought you guys would find that useful in your company. So on that note, I'm gonna take off, and you have a fantastic day.